I did my last video. We did about well, I think people misread it really. We did a video on as the plough had its day, and like how I meant, you know, as the plough was sort of gonna fall out of favour because of like the environmental issue of turning too much soil over and letting all the carbon out and disrupting the soil. I mean, on our farm it's still got its place. Like this land here, this was potatoes last year, and lads we rented it out for spuds, and they couldn't help it, but they made a bit of a mess carrying them out because weather broke on them, and ended up with a lot of wheelings with harvest ram trailers. So we dragged it up and ploughed it and straight in with a combi and drilled it. And in that scenario, it was a perfect thing to do. But this side of the farm, here and right beyond that to my dad's, is very sandy soil. There is some heavy among it, but to that side of the farm, there's some horrendous land. I mean, yeah, bring your plough and have a go if. Because it's that type of land where if plough goes in, it turns over real sad like bacon sides, and it don't plough very well. I mean, if plough goes in, you struggle to pull it. I mean, we have ploughed it, but it's never pretty. You never get a true berry. You end up with half at stubble on top, and it's just a mess. So we favour just playing with top, sort of Simba Solo or direct drilling. We're off down that route. Whether it's the answer, I don't know, but mixed reviews on comments. Some people love ploughing. I think there's blokes out there though with a very tunnel vision. They've ploughed for so many years, and if their farms suitable for ploughing everything, fair enough. But there's blokes what they're ploughed forever, so they're just going to keep going, keep ploughing. You know, they won't try and out different, very tunnel visioned. You chop their head off, it's a lempkin, wouldn't it, like a stick of rock. You'll bring your plough down here into this stuff. It's just like slimy clay. You know, it's just horrible stuff. If it's dry enough to plough, it just falls over, like we call it bacon sides, and flops back into the furrow. And you say, well, you ought to get your plough set up better, but you'll come down and have a go. It's not easy, like it's some rum Celt we farm. I mean, one side at farm's real sandy, other side, because we've got a canal, Pockleton Canal, just down beyond these trees, and it's just bloody hell. No, I won't say impossible to farm, but it's hard work, you know. And back to the glyphosate debate, if they do take that off, bloody hell, I don't know. It's all right. People commenting, yeah, we'll have to change farming practices and one thing or another. Yes, we will, but you tell me the practice what's going to be a success, because I don't know, the amount of rubbish we'd have. I mean, if we didn't round up and use the chemicals we did, we'd have nothing. We'd have nothing at all. If you ever miss a breed with a chemical, like if you miss a bit of your residual at back end after you've drilled your wheat, it's just a matter blackgrass here and grass weeds. So you've got a battle from the start. And we always fall as soon as we get crop off, like not here, because this is just going to get direct drill with a Moore's uni drill. But as soon as we get crop off, say if we finished barley, finished our combining barley or a wheat, we're straight in with a Simba Solo. So we've done the heavy cultivation underneath and dissed it, and then sometimes we even power it. Yeah, you think maybe there's no need, and get a real good false seed bed, and then just be patient. And if we miss it, put it in with spring corn, and it be patient so it greens up, so we get a right good kill with Roundup. Well, if you weren't getting that kill, you've got a battle before you put the corn in the ground. So I don't know, but if they ban it, I think the world will be hungry. I mean, the population's growing unbelievably throughout the world, and all these mouths need feeding. And I honest to God think if they took glyphosate off the market, it would halve our yields in the first couple of years, and then after that I think the battle would have been lost. I think it'd just be one big mess of rubbish. So I don't think that's the right way to go. But no, I haven't wrote the plough off. I think the plough's got a place, but only on certain soils. I mean, you don't have ploughing matches on this type of stuff. I mean, they all come with their little 35s and they're 2 for whatevers, and stick them in and start complaining because they couldn't pull it. But I don't know what the answer is. It's going to be hard work in the future if they're going to ban everything, all the good stuff in the chemical shed. And I honestly think the world will become hungry. So, but I don't know it all. I mean, comment to me. Tell me that I'm talking bollocks. Back to legislation and what's going to happen in the future when they decide 100% what we have to do to either get a bit of subsidy or you know, get a bit of payment, or whether we're going to get now to what, or we'll have to jump through a few hoops. But I don't know who decides really. An agricultural minister, has he ever been on a farm? Well, he will have been on a farm, but has he ever properly farmed? You know, got his wellies on and drove a tractor and, you know, done stuff, worked among sheep, cattle in different areas and one thing or another. I think it ought to have maybe 50 blokes, half a dozen sheepmen, half a dozen pigmen, some bullockies, some arable men, some poultry men. Get them in a room and thrash it out, you know, see what's what. You know, knowledge, there's always farmers, isn't there, what know, you know, you look over at edge and you think, oh, he's a good farmer, you know, and when you talk to them, they talk sense. I rung a bloke this morning about, so I'm thinking about buying some cattle for a suckler head. And my idea, what I was on about, I'm not going to say what I was on about, but he just says, oh no, wrong combination, you know, I was going to get so-and-so efforts and put a so-and-so bull again. And yes, it'd have been prime beef, but he says they won't be very big, they won't weigh now, you know. So yes, if you could anyway, I'm offering now, but his opinion, you know, I rung it because I know he's a good beef farmer. He's been in it for years. He's a bit younger than me, but he's knowledgeable, you know. When he talks, he's knowledgeable. Like, I've got a couple of arable men around here, what if I've got stuck with that, I ring him up and ask him their advice. And you know what's coming back is good advice. So get a room full of them together and see what happens. You know, come up with some logical ideas. So yeah, to improve global warming, make it more profitable on a farm, because we're exploited by a few big players. You know, your supermarkets are just ruling the price of stuff, and it's wrong, it's criminal, you know. We're just exploited. Like milk, bloody hell, come on. If milk was 3 times the price, you'd still have it in your fridge and you'd still drink it. You go buy your cans of beer, a ridiculous amount, or you go to a pub, like the dearest pint I've ever had was £6. That's £6, that's ridiculous. You know, in one of these posh wine bars, where £6, but you aren't bothered. I mean, that's what you have to pay, innit? So if you went into the supermarket and paid, I don't know, if it was twice the price, is it about 25p a litre, is it? Is that right? No. You get a 4 pint, no, 4 pint, no, that's it, 4 pints are for £1. Bloody hell, it ought to be £2. Give it back so they can make a living. You know, I mean, the amount of cowmen what disappeared round here. I mean, the big one, the cowmen are getting bigger. As in, like, if you have got 200 cows, it's total waste of time. Look at that. Look at that. Put a tile in. Well, he's up here from. Sheep. You can have a few, but it's an hobby. To make a living, you need thousands, don't you? And it's unfair, really. House prices have gone where they've gone, because a lot of farm lads used to have a bit of a small holding, with a bit of a paddock with their own bits and pieces of sheep and cattle and one thing or another. Go and do their own stuff. But now, all bloody townies have moved into area where there are massive amounts of money, and spoilt it for everybody. You know, is it a rural area anymore? This isn't. Like I said about canal, no one waits. And you hear like Fellas working on side of villages, like late at night with their combines or mowers or whatever. They're coming out and having a go at them. Flipping heck. You know. Not there long. Shut your window. Shut your window, stop moaning. You know, if you like these videos, tick on subscribe, give us a thumbs up or whatever you do, and we'll post one a week.